Parksy here, Coach of the Armalders, bringing back the smash it today here for TBF Season 1 Week number 2, where your Armalders are going to be going against none other than Genghis, coach of the Colorado Igrons. But he goes as Raging Igron on YouTube. Make sure to go check his channel out below, because he is a very good content creator. He's been playing draft leagues for a long time, and he's definitely going to be a hard opponent to go against. But as you're going to notice from the team, if you guys have been watching the team builder, he has brought a few different Pokemon than what I was expecting. He bought the Araquanid instead of the Cofagrigus, and he brought the Claydol instead of the Buzzwole, which, again, I don't really get why Claydol came, because as I said in the team builder, Claydol's only really going to do one thing, either spin away rocks, set up get off a rapid spin, or maybe do get off one move, and that's essentially what it's going to be doing this game. But I guess it coming as the rapid spinner makes Togekiss a little bit more likely to be his wish passer, so I do have to be careful about that. One thing to note is that he did not bring Cofagrigus or Buzzwole, so that means that my SD Virizion in the back is looking so solid. All I need to do is get up a Swords Dance, and really I can just break through his team with Stealth Rocks up. However, I do need to see if that Victini is Choice Scarf, or I guess if the Togekiss is Choice Scarf as well. I have to check to see if the Raikou has got Aura Sphere, and by knowing that, if he isn't shiny, he does not have Aura Sphere. If he is shiny and he does show Aura Sphere, then that means that he has a Rash Nature, meaning my Rapidash and my Virizion can outspeed. I'm expecting the Victini lead from him, because if he is Scarfed, he can just U-turn on the entirety of my team, assuming that Rapidash and Virizion are Choice Scarfed, and he can just get a lot of he can just get a lot of momentum out of the turn. So I'm going to lead off with my Rapidash, which is going to be my main lead, and I'm going to warn you guys that I am playing quite safe this game, at least through the start of it, because Genghis is a person that has been doing draft leagues for a long time, and he can bring a lot of wacky sets. So basically, by playing safe, I'm allowing myself to scout out for his investment, see what moves he has, and see what kind of damage he can do to every single one of my Pokemon. I want to know what each Pokemon's response to this team is, because there are a few unorthodox picks, may I say, on his squad. So I definitely want to try and see what their role is, what their EV investment is, and what they can really do to me. So I'm going to lead off my Rapidash here, as he is going to lead off his Victini, as I said previously. Now, I can high horsepower here, and as I said from the team builder, I can get off up to 50%, so knowing this, he is going to switch out into the Araquanid, but by this damage I know that he's a max HP, max defense Araquanid. That was a absolute low roll with the high horsepower. Also, we had to do two versions of this game, because Genghis was an idiot and forgot to Mega Evolve his Mega Kangaskhan, and it's the first turn Mega League, so that's why I'll be bringing up about the first game and the damage calcs from it, so I know his investment even more. But I'm going to switch out into Kieran Black, as he cannot do much damage to me since he is max HP, max defense, and I'm going to use this to set up a substitute. Sure, Sticky Webs are annoying, but as long as he doesn't get Stealth Rocks up with his Claydol, my Skarmory can confirmed get off the defog with its sturdy intact. So I'm going to go for the substitute here, as he is going to go fire off a Toxic, and that means that my substitute is going to stay up. I have a full substitute, and as I said previously from the team builder, I am quite a fat Kieran Black. I do have quite a bit of HP investment, as that Fusion Bolt again confirms the fact that he is max HP, max defense Araquanid, or he has a lot of defense investment at the very least, and this liquidization shows that he's very minimally invested into his attack, because that does not break my substitute, and that's going to force him to go for a switch. Now, as I said previously at the start of the game, I could have Ice Beamed. I was debating going for the Ice Beam, predicting the switch out either into Raikou or into Claydol, but I just want to play safe. I have a substitute of my Kieran. There's no reason to really be playing risky here. I should just try and get some damage off and scout out his sets, as this is a maxed special defense Claydol from that Ice Beam damage, because any other set would have been completely knocked out. So he's going to set the light screen here, and now I know this Claydol is a screens variant, and I've basically weakened it down to the point of this death fodder. So you got to have a light screen, and that's essentially all that Claydol is going to be doing this game, as I'm going to get a bit of Ice Beam chip off in this Victini, showing that he is going to be a very minimal HP invested set. Here he's going to U-turn out into the Kangaskhan, and I calc this, and this Kangaskhan has got max HP and a little bit of defense investment, because from the previous game, you're going to see this Fusion Bolt does 39%, but in the previous game it did 37%, so I know that he has got a bit of defense investment. I could have stayed in here, because the chances were I outsped, but he could have put enough speed to outspeed Kieran, could have put a lot of speed to outspeed Kieran, could have put a bit into HP to he could have gone max HP, and then he could have also just put the rest into defense. That's also an option. So he's going to switch out here because my Quagsire is going to force him out, and from that damage I know that he's got no attack, so he might just be a max HP, max speed variant. As I'm going to get the Toxic off in the Togekiss, I either predicted Arachnid or Togekiss to be switching, but since it is Togekiss, I can definitely beat that thing down now due to the fact that it does have a Toxic on it. As I am going to switch out into the Skarmory. It's going to go for its Dual Stabs. It's not going to go for a Flamethrower against my Skarmory, as it does support my suspicions that this is a Cleric variant of Togekiss, and that Toxic is going to be wearing down in it. Now, Flamethrower does 75% maximum to me, so I'm going to take this time here to go set up my Stealth Rocks. As in comes Mega Kangaskhan. We already confirmed that this Mega Kangaskhan does not have much attack investment, so I don't have to fear being knocked out by a Thunder Punch, or a Fire Punch, or a Thunderbolt, or a Flamethrower from this Mega Kangaskhan. And in fact, I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks because Genghis is making a lot of switches currently. He is switching into his Arachnid, Togekiss, Victini that are all going to get chipped down by Rock, so I'm going to go set up my Stealth Rocks here. Do I set up my Stealth Rocks here? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do. So I set up my Stealth Rocks here, so he's going to go out into this Togekiss. And I'm going to go switch out into my Rapidash here, because if he goes to the Flamethrower, that's going to give me my Flash Fire boost. And with Stealth Rocks up, then that means that he does not have any switch-ins to Rapidash with a Flash Fire boost, because it can high horsepower the next turn. So he's going to go fire off his Wish here, and he is going to be able to go into the Claydol. However, I'm going to predict that I was going to go for the Wild Charge, because that hit almost all of his Pokemon, and the Arachnid might have very well been a switch-in. But I am going to go for the Flare Blitz here, make a bit of a play, and actually get Rapidash its first kill of this season, going for the Flare Blitz against a Claydol. So as I said from the team builder, and I was correct, Claydol did basically nothing in this game, and those rocks, if Togekiss is not his defogger, then that means those rocks are up to stay, and when I get a Nidoking, I can set up a Toxic Spike and definitely wear down all this other team, because he has got 4 grounded Pokemon in the back that do not appreciate poison. And in comes his Toxic Togekiss. Most likely trying to get another Wish Up, so I go for the Wild Charge here, not allowing him to try and heal up his Togekiss here. I want this Togekiss to just be over and done with, because as soon as Togekiss gets out of the way, that is going to open up the door a lot for Virizion, because then I can use my Rock Immunity on the Victini, and I can go and simply use my Stone Edge against the Arachnid. So he is going to protect here, he is going to stall me out a little bit, but that's fine. So I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here, because I did predict that. I mean, it was just the safest play. I got Chip on the Arachnid, got Chip on the Victini, and managed to hit Mega Kangaskhan and Raikou. I mean, I did expect the Raikou switch in, so that's why I went for the Flare Blitz, just a safe middle ground play. As here I'm just going to go for the Wild Charge once again, as the Togekiss is now in range of where Toxic will be able to knock him out, so he is going to get one final Wish off. But we are going to get a kill with 100 Ways to Quagsire. Shout out to my boy Levity for the awesome nickname. But Rapidash putting in the absolute work, so I can't wait for the apology video, Genghis. I'm just saying. So Togekiss is going to go down, as he is going to go out into the Victini. No, not the Victini, the Raikou actually, sorry. He goes out into the Raikou here, and what Genghis does here is sick. He goes out into the Arachnid, that is on 15%, knowing that he can take the high horsepower, or knowing he's going to force me to switch. So, yep, I go for the switches. Here he is going to get in his Arachnid, he's going to get his HP back, and that is going to be kind of scary, because Arachnid definitely can still set up those webs, and I do have my Skarmory in the back, but it loses to like Raikou and Victini, and I don't even know if Mega Kangaskhan has coverage for me yet. So I'm just going to fire off a Fusion Bolt here, because Mega Kangaskhan can definitely come in and just Drain Punch and break my substitute. So it's going to come to Mega Kangaskhan, as I'm going to go for the Fusion Bolt here. Now this is a tick here, you're going to see this does 36%, and I really wanted to go for an Ice Beam to knock this thing out, but I couldn't risk it. I couldn't risk this thing being max being enough speed to outspeed my Kieran Black and going for the Drain Punch, as here he is just going to go switch out into the Victini. So good play on his part. Would have covered the Ice Beam play as well, but now I get to see if this Victini is Choice Scarf, because if it switches up moves, it's not Choice Scarf, so that means Virizion can break through his team. So I can set up a Swords Dance, and I should have won this game. So he goes to the Energy Ball here, as my Rapidash is going to chew it, and with a high horsepower damage, this thing will not be able to switch into rocks, as he is going to go out into the Arachnid. Knowing this, I go for the Wild Charge, because Arachnid is only a half decent switch into Rapidash left, so I'm going to go for the Wild Charge here, take him down, and that is definitely a 2 KO, no doubt. So he is going to get a little bit of HP up here, but despite him being max HP and max defense, this Arachnid will drop down to 2 Wild Charges. So that's going to be really nice. Rapidash's second kill of the season, so you know, not a bad fire type at all. But he is going to go out into his Raikou again to revenge me. And what I forgot to say about the Raikou, because this is actually going quite fast, even though it's on like the slowest option. Raikou is not shiny, so he does not have Aura Sphere, meaning that my Kieran Black can wall out his Raikou, because most likely it has Hidden Power, Grass, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Extra Sensory. So I'm going to be able to switch out here into my Kieran Black to take any hit that he wants to go for. As you're going to see, his best coverage move of choice for my Kieran Black is the Extra Sensory. He knows that my Kieran Black is a switch, and so that's why I went for the Extra Sensory. But it doesn't matter how much he predicts now. It's Virizion has got this game cleaned up, because if Raikou does go and switch out and comes in a rocks once more, it will be in range of a non-invested close combat. So I'm going to go for the roost here. I could have roosted up again here, and realistically I should have. Actually, I might have roosted up here. Or do I just go for the Ice Beam here? Yeah, I go for the roost here, but actually going to save through this. It looks like I'm stalling him out a little bit, but I do want to keep my Kieran Black around, because it is really my only good response to Raikou, because he does have Extra Sensory. He 99% has got Ice Beam, or Hidden Power Ice on this. As you're going to see from that damage, he is not an Assault Vest Raikou, and he actually said after the game that he's an Expert Belt. Now here's where I should have roosted. And in hindsight I should have, but I just wanted to get the kill for Kieran Black, because if he switched down to Mega Kangaskhan predicting the roost, then that means that I would have been in a lot of trouble, because Mega Kangaskhan still could do some damage to my team. But here he's going to go into the Victini, and this is actually a rule in my favour to live a Psychic from this thing. And Rapidash can't live 2 Psychics, so that's why I didn't go out to Rapidash. But he's going to serve the V-Create here, and he's going to knock out my Kieran Black, so I guess I didn't get the 6-0. I should have went out into Rapidash, but I mean, I didn't want to risk the differential. I didn't want to risk him going for the Psychic and then 2 Psychics and then him being scarfed and like having that like awkwardness of like, is it scarfed or not? Whereas here, I know that even if he is scarfed Victini, my Virizion will be able to outspeed him due to the fact he has got a -1 speed. As I am going to go into Virizion here, I could have gone out into Rapidash to get 2 more kills, but High Horsepower had a 5% chance to miss, so I just wanted to make sure that I have a 100% chance to clean up this game, as you're going to get 2 final kills with Virizion. I told you guys Virizion was my late game win con, so we are going to be able to knock out the Mega Kangaskhan and get a very clean 5-0 against Genghis. So GG Genghis, thank you for helping me get back into the season at least. Because after Mike, I was kind of frustrated at myself, especially because I didn't really prepare for Salamence that much, and because I didn't have a win con through the entirety of the game. But funny thing to note is that this was a 32 game, and Nidoking didn't hit the field once. Nidoking, like he did like everything he could have brought. No, like okay, right. I need to rephrase it. Like everything that Nidoking beat on his team didn't come. Like there's Gafarigus, Buzzwole, Sudowoodo, Slaking, Shaman that he could have brought, and he didn't bring any of those 5 Pokemon, so that means that Nidoking was just having to stay in the back. I could have brought it in against Togekiss, but Rapidash of course took care of it with the Wild Charge. So yeah, we're now 1-1 with a +3 differential, so far we're looking to be in playoffs. We're in the playoffs picture, but I don't know, time will tell whether we actually stay up there or not. But thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe, and go a comment down below. All feedback is appreciated, positive or negative. It helps me let you guys know what you'd like to see from my videos in the TBF. But yeah, also make sure to go to check out Genghis if you guys came from Genghis' channel to watch my perspective or commentary. Hello, my name is Parksy. Basically what I do on this channel is mostly Pokemon content nowadays, but over the summer I am planning to upload things like Magilibs, just some other non-Pokemon related videos, some fun videos that also I can get some friends in. I was actually talking to the DGBA guys, and I think we're trying to do some crazy Town of Salem 15-player game, which is going to be nuts, but it's going to be fun to try and get to do. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video where we're going to be going against Levity, and goodbye.